And regardless of where you're at in your diagnosis and your treatment, whatever age you're at, whatever body shape you have, we all have that vibrance. And I believe it's when we can come from that place, and that's what we're experiencing here. Jonah talked about it beautifully after her movie, which I already posted that link on my Facebook and Twitter. So I thought that was brilliant. You know, she really got into her whole notion of self-image. And I find it ironic of how all the people that have presented this weekend always come back to that. It taught me to go to this place. And I think that's a very powerful lesson, not just as a breast cancer survivor, but as women. As women, we need to stop this vicious cycle, because I believe that's part of our illnesses. It's part of the reason why women still get sick, because there is so much stress, so much pressure, so much mental anguish because of all this, because of this, because of this, you know? And I'm not perfect. Obviously, I have I have lots of makeup on right now. Straightened my hair before I came down. So I'm not as far as Jonna is. I wish I could be like that, but just not quite there yet. I'm working on it, though. So the part of the piece that I wanted to incorporate today, and you've met Sandra throughout the weekend. She's my teacher back at home, and I really enjoy our time together when she's teaching me, because it helps bring that fire back. And the reason why I wanted her to include this in this Pink Notes piece for you was because I'm a huge performing arts fan. I love dance, and so I love watching So You Think You Can Dance. It's a great program on television. And there was a piece that was created by one of the choreographers. He choreographed this dance after one of his friends had just finished breast cancer treatment. And it was a very powerful piece, beautiful lyrical dance. And, you know, the female dancer had this scarf on her head, and she moved so beautifully, but it was all about the struggle, all about the treatment, the gore. And I find that's such a very important part, but in living with cancer, there's so much else. There's so many more layers. So I thought, wouldn't it be so wonderful to do a piece celebrating the beauty that lies within us, regardless of where we're at in our treatment, and to celebrate that female energy, that wonderful thing that we can accomplish when we come from that pure place. Speaking with Yvonne at dinner last night, I was so impressed with her, because here's this woman of power and position, and she speaks so genuinely from her heart, so open to learn from us. And I thought that was so wonderful, because I know she's not coming from her ego. She's coming from that place, that female place of, I know what I can do, I know what we all can do, and I'm here to be part of that. And I thought that was so wonderful. And that's sort of what I would love to close this weekend with, is that celebration, celebrating our own selves. And how fitting that there's this little booklet in all the cases that you received, because it truly is about writing your own story. My story isn't more important than yours, and as Carol's is not more important than yours. We all have it, but we all need to thrive from our story. You don't have to go write a book. You don't have to do a PowerPoint. Just live. Get out there and live and be the best woman you can be, because that is what is going to change the course of everything. Just in closing, there was a story, I don't remember the name of the book, but this just one point really stood out in my head. They had written a book about how the Constitution had been changed, and talking about how literally when Prohibition had come, it was one of the biggest anomalies in politics, because they had actually amended the Constitution to eliminate alcohol. And one of the reasons why this happened, and one of the reasons why this book was written, was at that time women could vote. And for whatever reason, and I don't care why the women didn't like the alcohol, the point is, when they got together, they created something unprecedented. Never in a million, it hasn't happened since. So coming back to here, talking about what women can do, I believe when the right women get together and unite and collaborate, that's when things happen. So please start writing your own notes. And as Sandra comes out here to dance for you today, celebrate your own story. And if you want, you can get up and dance yourself. So I'd like to welcome Sandra out for you.
itu semua bukan lelaki, hati manusia dan perasaan. Dan saya rasa itulah semuanya yang hendak saya katakan hari ini. Tentang yang ada di seluruh dunia ini pasti mahukan sesuatu yang canggih. Saya mau dengar. Teruskan dengan perjuangan seni. Juga perempuan. Manusia sebagai. Tapi saya amat mencintai dirimu.
So thank you so much, everyone, for allowing me to share my time with you, share my story with you. And at this point, it's about celebrating ourselves. So I'd just like you to stand up and not clap for me, but clap for yourselves. Get up, stand proud, and really celebrate who you are today. This is about you.
Okay.
Thank you. I wish you all much peace and joy.
Thank you, Jackie, and to Sandra for a very inspiring message. Thank you so much. On behalf of CBCN, I'd like to present you with our Dancing Lady pin.
Thank you so much. I've been waiting for this all weekend.
Thank you, and thank you all for staying. Just a reminder about filling out your evaluations, please. It's very important to us to have your feedback. And it's come to an end. We're nearly there. It's been a long and wonderful, wonderful weekend.